I got this really great Art Deco waterfall style dresser for free off of Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't in amazing condition, but honestly for free, and I just absolutely love this style of furniture with the rounded top. I cleaned it really well with a degreasing cleaner and rinsed off any soap residue with water, and then I used wood glue to glue down any loose veneer. There was still lots of veneer that was too far gone on the drawers and the bottom. On the bottom I went ahead and just scraped off all of the veneer, whereas on the top I just sort of removed any of the really loose veneer and then wood filled the rest with Belle's Dixie Mud. I sanded off all of the wood filler and gave the entire piece a good scuff sand with my 3x4 electric gray Serve Prep sander hooked up to my shop vac. I also used the sander to sand the finish off of the top drawer and the top of the rounded dresser. On the top of the dresser, it was already a bit damaged and the veneer was super thin, so I went through the veneer in multiple places, but I was able to keep some of the wood accents and cover up those parts with paint. I'll show you how I did that later on. But I went ahead and used the color Ipswich Pine by Minwax Stain to stain the top drawer and the top of the dresser. This is where you can sort of start to see all of the places where I went through the veneer on the top of the dresser. So I did want to mention that I filmed this video before I started my YouTube channel, so I have less footage than I typically might have, particularly in the prep part, but I still thought this was a great dresser transformation that you guys would probably like to see. To paint the rest of the dresser, I used the color Talley Green by Melange and a Zibra paintbrush. I love this paint so much. Great coverage, great self-leveling properties, and as I've mentioned in other videos, green is my favorite color right now, so I absolutely love this color. So as you can see, I didn't prime this dresser, which I typically do, but I knew that the coverage of this green paint would be fine over this darker wood color, but I do, however, wish I did prime because you could sort of feel and sort of see a difference between where I'd sanded through the veneer and where I hadn't on the top of the dresser and over the wood filler. Okay, quick moment of appreciation for the coverage of this paint. So good. I used a total of 2 coats of paint. So on the top drawer it's wood, and then the top of the dresser is wood, and I wanted a little bit of a barrier between those two colors, just a bit of green to break up the wood. So I laid out a piece of tape, but I didn't want my green paint to seep up through the tape, so I used a little bit of clear polyacrylic top coat to go over the line of the tape so that when it did seep through, it would just be the clear coat so that it would be sealed before the green paint that would go over top. Next, I just painted over that line with Talley green and a detail paintbrush. I knew that because of all of this veneer damage, I couldn't have the entire wooden top be visible, but I did still want a little bit of that wooden accent. So I repeated the same kind of process I did to make that strip beneath. I used tape, clear coat first, and then paint to paint a sort of cool V pattern onto the top. I mentioned earlier how I kind of wish I'd primed. I mostly wish I'd primed the top because I could sort of see and feel the difference where I'd sanded through the veneer on the top and where I hadn't. To seal this dresser, I used Dixie Belle's La Petite wax brush and Dixie Belle's Big Mama's butter to seal this dresser. I typically use clear polyacrylic top coats to seal, but I wanted to try using this product as a top coat because I had used it so many times as a wood rejuvenator and to help drawers slide easier, so I wanted to try it out for its other purpose. I applied it with this brush and then came back about 20 minutes later and sort of buffed everything in with a rack. I also used this product over the wooden drawer and the wooden top, which really made the wood come to life. I also used this product on the insides of the drawers to freshen everything up. I should also mention that this product is orange scented, so it left everything with a really nice scent. And like I mentioned earlier, this product really helps drawers slide really smooth when you apply it to drawer rails and tracks. So I kept the existing hardware for the bottom 3 drawers, but on the top I wanted to switch it out for these cute little golden knobs that I had left over from a different project, but the screws for the knobs weren't quite long enough to reach all the way through to touch the knob. So I took a small drill bit and just kind of drilled through just a tiny bit through the drawer, not all the way through, so that the knob would have a little bit more room to sit into the drawer so that I could attach the knobs. Well, there you have it. That's how I transformed this outdated free Facebook Marketplace find into a really cool modern dresser. I was able to sell it for $250 on Facebook Marketplace, which is definitely a good price considering I got it for free. If you want to see more furniture flips like this, please come follow me on Instagram at savvy.looks and subscribe here on YouTube.